What up, y'all? It's your boy checking in for Black Truth News, blacktruth.net. I am the MC/journalist, Gerard Horton, Bear Grizzly. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, please subscribe, like, share the video. Go to blacktruth.net. We're talking about hip-hop right now, y'all. One of my favorite things in the world is what we live in. It's what I love. I'm talking about the Versuz battles. T.I. versus 50 Cent. Who will win? Who is the best challenger for LL Cool J? In the battle, who will win between Jay-Z and LL? LL, you need to come out and just say you want Jay-Z. You want the smoke. Nobody, or he doesn't think that nobody else is on his level but Jig. And I agree. LL is in my top 10 and so is Jay-Z. But at the same time, I'm thinking T.I. should be in my top 10, or maybe Kanye. Who wants to smoke with Kanye? Are we going to dismiss R. Kelly in the Versuz battle because he's locked up? That's the question I want to have for y'all also too, while I'm doing this video, because it's a lot I want to talk about. The Versuz battle gives you the imagination or comes up with your dream scenario for our fans of your favorite artists and how they will compare with other people that you might like and how that whole thing kind of will play out. But as opposed to us imagining, we got a virtual scenario where it's actually happening, and that's dope. And I want to applaud hip-hop because nothing has been more significant in our society as far as bridging the races and bridging the age gap and spiritual and physically and mentally, the barriers that we have that's going on in our universe. Nothing has been more significant and more impactful than hip hop. And even though we get discredited, it's nothing more universal than the language of music and the language of love. And that's what has existed through hip hop. So within this struggle that we done had as far as the COVID-19 thing, once again, hip-hop is winning by providing a platform. So shout out to Swiss Beats, shout out to Timbaland for the things that they're doing right now to give us entertainment when we can't go to concerts. That brings me to a story that I wrote in 2018 when I talked about when I saw T.I. in the concert, and after seeing him perform, I was like, this dude might be the top 10 of all time with the other people. Let me look at the article right quick and I'll tell y'all who the other people that I got that are pretty much etched in stone. Like, I got 9 people that I'm not taking out. Tupac, Biggie, Rakim, LL Cool J, Nas, Ice Cube, KRS-One, Scarface, and Jay-Z. That's 9. Would you put Kanye in the top 10? Would you put Lil Wayne in the top 10? Would you put T.I. in the top 10? Who would you put? Common? Common is underrated too. Like, let's get to it. It's 3 artists who got a catalog that a lot of people don't want to see. Kanye, Common Sense, better known now as Common, and R. Kelly. Ain't nobody can see R. Kelly in a Versuz battle. And I don't want to get into, oh, he did this. I mean, are we just going to dismiss this man's legacy because of what he did? That's one thing. Who would you guys put against Kanye? Kanye, man, got classic albums. And one of the things that T.I. doesn't have, that in my opinion, is a classic album. Like, if he got 20 songs, it's hard to compete with him. Like, trap music is a monster. You know, I Can't Quit, Be Easy, Doing My Job, Let's Get Away, Rubber Band Man, 24s, I Still Love You. Like, those are dope songs. But I don't think in its entirety that it's a classic album. And also too, like, this is just me from an MC standpoint. Like, T.I. songs don't hit like 50 Cent. Like, 50 Cent got that energy when you hear him, you like, like, the whole Get Rich Die Trying is like that. And I know T.I. mentioning, and a lot of people like, man, he just got that classic album. He be riding with that. He been riding off that. But he also got like some little joints here and there that, you know, like off the, you know, the Animal Ambition album. He got In Regular Heartbeat with Jadakiss and Kid. I love that song. Chase the Paper with Prodigy. You know, I like that. I like that joint. You play them joints, and then you got off the Get Rich Die Trying soundtrack, Hustler's Ambition, Candy Shop. You know what I'm saying? He can come up with 20 songs that, you know, will compete. So it's not going to be an easy win with T.I., even though T.I. catalog is mean. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can keep going. Like I said, I have heard T.I. perform live, and he, like he said, then you go to Urban Legend. I don't know. I think some people may argue that, because I'm looking at his catalog now, but I don't think it's a classic. Ooh, I love My Life with Daz Dillinger. Like, he got a mean, T.I. got a mean catalog. I'm just looking at Urban Legend. Motivation, You Don't Know Me, ASAP. The fuck? Bring 'Em Out. My Life. He mean. So, yeah, I can keep going with that. So, I think T.I. will win, but I don't think it'll be an easy win. I don't think it's going to be like he said it's going to be. Like, 50 could play like 5 to 6 joints off Get Rich Die. It's going to be hard to compete. Then after that, he can wing it. Like, he can play just a little bit. Window Shopper, Candy, you know, Candy Shop, and, you know, different things that, you know what I'm saying, I'm Gonna Ride Tonight. Those joints there are going to hit. But I'll pick T.I. in that battle. What about LL versus Jay-Z? LL is another one. LL doesn't have a classic album, but to me, LL is the blueprint for what a superstar is in hip hop. He's the first, to me, in my opinion, he's the first superstar in hip hop. I mean, I know some people will argue Melly Mel, but that's a little bit before my time, and Melly Mel didn't have the access that LL had. Like, you know, he wasn't able to get on MTV and BET. You know what I'm saying? So I heard Chuck D said, like, in the interview with Vlad TV, that from like 79 to 84, Melly Mel, he was untouchable. And, you know, salute to the OG. And yeah, maybe I'm bogus for not putting him in my top 10. I think it's a similar situation, that even though you didn't see the era, you got to respect historians and people who was there who regard these people as the greatest. Like, I didn't see Bill Russell or Will Chamberlain, but when you hear about their feats and the stuff that they accomplished and the groundwork that they laid for their occupation and for their sport or the genre of whatever they is, you have to respect them. So, yeah, what about Melly Mel? I could put him in my top 10 also, too. I think as hip-hoppers, we don't do a just due for, you know, giving respect to that era prior to the videos, Grandmaster Caz, Melly Mel, and things of that nature. But let's get to LL and Jay-Z. I heard LL talking to Swiss Beats, and Swiss Beats was just naming people. Straight disrespecting LL. What about Big Daddy Kane? What about Fabulous? And man, And in a modest way, in a humble way, LL was like, nah, I don't think that's gonna work. I need somebody who. You need somebody who he considered himself the GOAT. He needs somebody who the rap fans and people in the hip hop community also considers the GOAT. Like Pac ain't here, Biggie ain't here. Rest in peace to the dead. Long live their legacy here in our culture. But Jay-Z really the only other person that can compete with that. Now, who will win though? Who will win between LL and Jay-Z? Let's do a little bit of investigating, man. Like, I can just tell you out the door, it'll be mean. Like, you know, when you listen to Jay-Z catalog, when you start looking at his catalog, he don't got really many hardcore joints that you would suspect for him to be a street rapper. Like, his content is street, but his stuff don't hit like maybe a 50 Cent or even an LL. Like, LL can come out with I'm Bad, like just an example of his Versuz battle. If he can come out with I'm Bad, Kaz coming out with the Booming System, and fucking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know, the you know, collaboration joint that he had with DMX them and Method Man. Like, that's a hard 3 to come out with. What Jay-Z will come out with, I don't know. Ooh, that's tough, man. Give me a second. Let me just. I just want to go to LL discography right quick. Give me 1 second, y'all. Like he said, he wants something where the fans gonna be like, "Ooh, we can't wait to see that." Like, yeah. Mean. His first album was Radio. Like, I say LL is the blueprint because, I mean, as a youngin' and I saw like I'm Bad video, even though Run DMC was bigger than life and you had the Fat Boys and all of them were superstars, Houdini. When you saw LL, it was like, wow. Like, he was like that whole blueprint of everything that's to follow. Like, I heard Tupac say, man, you want to make some money, you rap for the bitches, for the women. And you know, I wasn't calling, I'm strictly quoting what Tupac said, so I wasn't calling women bitches, but that's what he said. But LL personified that. His first album, Radio, he's rapping for the women. Like one of the greatest his first album won't even got. You gotta. I want to listen to that El Shabazz on his first joint. Radio don't even. That ain't even his first. I can't live without my. Just listen to his discography. I can't live without my Radio. Rock the Bells. Dear Yvette. Like, he could play I Couldn't Live Around. Rock the Bells is just a joint. You know what I'm saying? Like, those classic joints. Those classic joints. I don't even gotta look at Jay-Z discography. I already know. Like, I'm just going over LL because people may be sleep on who he is. Oh, this is a joint. Candy. Yeah, you can play I'm Bad, Candy, Go Cut Creator. In my opinion, I think I Need Love is one of the greatest hip hop songs of all time. It's like innovative, the first love song that I ever heard in hip hop. I think it's one of the greatest songs, period. So I'm like at, what, 5 songs or whatever. But once again, it's not, you know, he don't have a classic album. But it's so diverse. Yeah, Walking with a Panther wasn't. See, that's the thing with LL. He don't got classic albums. He got some joints on the album that are classic, that can't be denied. Like, he could just drop 20 joints that you'd be like, okay. You know, so his next album, I'm That Type of Guy, Going Back to Cali, Big Old Butt, Jingling Baby. You know what I'm saying? Jack the Ripper. Jack the Ripper, King Hercules. Classic joints. Yeah. Like, he got some hardcore joints that, you know, when you play it, you're like, wow. And then keep in mind too, man, all these joints from the beginning to the end, like Radio, Big, all his first like 4 albums, all of them went platinum. Just like, I don't see how people could deny him. Mama Said Knock You Out, The Booming System, Around the Way Girl, chill. Eat 'em Up, L, chill. I love that song, man. Cheesy Rat Blues, dope song that a lot of people sleep on. Yeah, he mean. He mean. Will he beat Jay-Z though? Like, he can play some joints. Yeah. I know people. I just wanted to go through his discography because I think it's more support as far as Jay-Z being the GOAT, like with 90s hip hop, with Tupac, Biggie, and like a lot of people were like, oh yeah, he's just the GOAT. I think he's more in the conversation of being the GOAT than LL is, and I think everything far as you know, just going back and piggyback like hip hop superstar. Like I said, you had Run DMC, who was probably prior to them and was bigger at that point than LL. But one thing that LL incorporated was the sex symbol thing. Like before 50 Cent and before all that, like he was the first person where ladies wanted him and the dudes wanted to be like him. Shirt off, the gold chain, the whole persona of being a superstar was established by that man. Like, he's the blueprint. Rapping for the women, hardcore joints, commercial appeal, lyrical, like everything that you would want to be he's done it. Who would challenge Kanye though? Who got more shit than Kanye? Who like for real? I don't even like you know, one thing with that is like the universal appeal of it too, and the impact these people made. Like a lot of people don't take that in consideration. When these songs come on, people be like, oh wow, you know, so how much it was played over the radio, and you know, or not even that, the impact that the album had or you, or whatever the case may be. It means a different, it means different things to different people. But by the same token, having that appeal and the way, you know, it hit, like, come on, man. And I heard Boosie say, you know, yeah, ain't nobody got no catalog. He right, ain't nobody got no catalog like R. Kelly. Period. He locked up. You can try to dismiss him and throw him on the rug, but ain't nobody can get in, play 20 songs that's gonna be hotter than R. Kelly on a Versuz battle. And probably not Kanye neither. For real. And let's not sleep on Common. Common like got like 3 classic albums. For real. Maybe not 3. Maybe not 3. But who would you put against Common? It's my favorite rapper from Chicago, by the way. I think Kanye is the most popular. I think Common is the best. I think Chief Keef is the most influential. Like some people think Like Water for Chocolate is a classic album. I don't. I think One Day It All Makes Sense is better. Don't try to name people with his genre, like, or his style of rap, and just, like, Talib Kweli is not doper. Well, this is my opinion. They're not doper than him, but by the same token, I don't think they got, like, classic albums like Common. Resurrection. Yeah. So, let me conclude this. I'm gonna because I could talk about this forever. I've been talking for like 20 minutes, and I'm gonna chop this up. So, in concluding, I got T. Alva, 50 Cent. I got, I gotta go with Jay-Z, man. I gotta go with Jay-Z over LL. But I'm gonna tell y'all, man, LL is mean. Just I know Jay-Z discography, but just for the hell of it, just so I can have facts with it. Yeah, Jigga Man. It's mean, man. It's mean. Reasonable Doubt, man. I was listening to that working out the other day, and it just still sounds fresh. Like when you played the Evils, the premiere beat, it's just fresh, man. So I can't even like. Yeah, I gotta go with Jig, man. I mean, just looking at this, yeah, LL, he got some joints, but I just can't fathom. Like when you play, that's what I'm talking about with the 50 and T.I. The way they hit, like the stuff, like when Head Sprung come on from LL, you like, Head Sprung. Like Jay-Z got smooth joints, but it hit different when you like battling and you got the songs playing back to back like that. It's a different, it's a whole different, vibe, I should say. You know what I'm saying? So you got, I ain't even gonna go over Reasonable Doubt. The whole album is a classic, man. He can play whatever he want off of that joint. Like, anything. Can't Knock the Hustle, Politics as Usual, Brooklyn Finest. He could just kick off his versus battle with Brooklyn's Finest and just be like, okay, what you want to do? Feeling It, The Evils, 22 Twos, Can I Live? Bring It On is one of my favorite underrated joints. And then his B-side, like a lot of people not up on his Marcy to Hollywood joint. The fucking, what's the joint with Kid Capri? I forgot the joint with Kid Capri. But it's one of my favorite joints. Just like his B-side. Man. In My Lifetime, Volume 1, which is not his worst album, but Nah, son. You can't fuck with dude. 1 in a Million, One Questions. City Is Mine, Imaginary Player. Streets Is Watching. The joint with Babyface. You know what I'm saying? Face Off. Real Niggas Were Too Short. Where I'm From. You Must Love Me. Like, we only is his second joint, man. We only at his second joint. Like, odds are he'll probably have Young Guru just come up with 20 joints and just smack niggas up outside the head. And everybody gonna be like, why he ain't play this? Why he ain't play that? I ain't even get to the hard shit. You know what I'm saying? Hard Knock Life. If I Should Die Tonight. Ride or Die. Nigga What? Nigga Who? Money Cash Hoes. A Week Ago. Can I Get a What? Reservoir Dogs. Oh yeah, it's like that with Kid. Ooh. Nah, man, he ain't fucking with Jig, so yeah, I gotta pick with Jay-Z. I can go on and on with this, man. Do It Again. Big Pimpin'. Snoopy track featuring Juvenile. So maybe Kanye is a better matchup for Jig, because I don't know. LL got some shit, man, but it ain't fucking with Jig, bro. I Just Want to Love You. Change the Game. Guilty Until Proven Innocent with R. Kelly. I ain't even just talking about the joint he did with R. Kelly. He ain't even gonna play none of that. And the crazy part about it is, I'm just now getting to the blueprint. I'm just now getting to the blueprint. For real. I'm going through his discography and I'm just now getting to the blueprint. Yeah, let me get up out of here, man. JZOLL all day. Straight up. So, I'm gonna chop this up, y'all. Chop this video up and talk about the. I ain't got to the Black Album, American Gangsta, The Best of Both Worlds, Unfinished Business, Watch the Throne. You fake thugs are unplugged like MTV. Like I said, I was just listening to that Reasonable Doubt joint. So, it's crazy, man. Anyway, man, I'm up out of here. Check it out, y'all. 2 Fingers for Victory, man. I'm out.